Jose here, founder and owner of Kap Rate Group Commercial, the first commercial brokerage offering 100% to established commercial agents for $1,000 a month. Let's get into it, guys. Topic of the day is your commercial listing isn't the problem. Your buyer exposure is. And I'll say to you that I would agree with part of this statement. And when you look at 45% of investors are out of the US or out of the state, right? That'll show you and tell you that these local commercial realtors that are hoarding their listings that never hit the market, or have these really good relationship with banks, and banks are trusting these local commercial established realtors, and they're passing them these listings, and these listings again are never hitting the market. They're getting sent over to investors that these commercial agents know that are liquid, right? And these deals are closing. And what's going on here is that there's a huge possibility that these banks are losing hundreds of millions of dollars because they're dealing in commercial real estate with the old model, which is he has a relationship, he has the 3 different or 4 different investors. They are the ones that are paying or have hundreds of millions of dollars. So we only want to work with them. And guess what, guys? That's, if you look at data, okay, we have a lot of money that comes into the US. 45% of buyers are from out of the US or out of the state. And this is one of the things that you have to look at. Wouldn't you want to, if you were an investor and you were selling your investment property, who do you want to deal with? With a commercial agent that's not going to list your property, that's going to put it into their little data center, and their little data center is going to send it to their little investors who like buying properties at wholesale pricing? Or would you want to put it with a realtor that's going to give you maximum exposure? We're going to find out where your property, your type of property, where is it selling? Where are those buyers coming from? And we're going to run social media ads in those areas, in those states, in those countries to market your property. And I know what you're thinking, that sounds ridiculous. The minute I use the word social media, I know that it sounded ridiculous to you. But it's the cheapest way to get exposure to your property, okay? And not only that, right? But we are spending money to do that, okay? We are spending money to get you more money. And not only that, when you run these social media ads, we're targeting those buyers also that Tom has quietly that no one knows. And why do I say that? Because they have social media too. They're going to see that asset hit social media and they're going to panic because they're comfortable right now because these deals are coming to them directly. So they're comfortable. They feel like cash is king. This is my offer. That's the best that I can do. Okay? And you're the one giving them that authority. Banks. You are the one giving them that authority. You're in trouble and you're still working with the old model, and you are the ones giving them the opportunity. So I suggest, okay, that you look at what's going on. AI, social media, data centers. This is where it's at nowadays. There is no way that everyone else outside of the US is passing us up. And we're not realizing that it's really happening. And it's happening, okay? It's happening. Everyone else is getting more powerful than us, and I don't like it, okay? I simply don't like it, but I don't like the mentality that we don't want to adjust, okay? It's important that we adjust, guys. It's important. I know that we have fear. I know that it's scary. Change is scary. I get it. I know that we're comfortable where we're at. I know that we've built really good relationships. And I'm not saying to change any of that. What I'm saying is add to that. Make yourself better so you can better serve your client, your investors. You can better serve yourself, okay? When you ask me, what do I think, right? I think that local marketing limits serious investors, okay? I really do think that. When you're just marketing a property locally, it makes it difficult. The whole thing is to create a distribution of visibility for your listing so the world can see it. Okay, now is the entire world going to see your listing? Probably not. But could we get more impressions? And people say impressions don't matter, but they do matter. Okay, everybody loves real estate. Everybody loves real estate. Have you ever met or talked to someone that you bring up real estate and they're like, oh, I hate real estate? It's very tough to meet or hear that come out of someone's mouth. When you're scrolling through and you see this beautiful property, people stop and look, okay? And the key thing is just give it the key 3 booming offers on a property, which is your price, your number of units, and your cap rate, okay? That's it, okay? And make those 3 good, okay? Because your offer needs to be good in order to create traction, in order to get someone to book a call with you, okay? It makes no sense if you have a property that's worth $100,000 a door and you listed it for $150,000. You can get it all the exposure in the world. It's not going to sell, okay? So it's very important for you guys to understand that. It's very important for you guys to understand that a lot of these international buyers are the true buyers that are out there today. And the most important part is to be truthful with your investor that's selling, or the owner of the property, or the institution. Just be honest and truthful with them. Let them know what their situations are, because they know their situation. They know what's going on. But if you're not transparent with them, right, you're giving them a false hope. And there's a lot of that going on in commercial. There's a lot of that going on in residential real estate. And nowadays, it's important and imperative to be transparent. And one of the things that is also changing, and it's changing fast, is transparency, okay? In this new world that we're in, you got no choice but to be transparent, because you are going to get exposed. So I'll say to you that for myself, I'm not perfect, but I really think about the choice that I'm going to make and how I'm going to make it. And I put transparency in front of that. I like to be honest, and I put that as a priority, okay? And I like to do things in this way because it protects my peace. Because I feel instantly when I make a wrong choice, I can feel it within seconds that it takes my peace. And that's what's beautiful about age. You trade beauty for wisdom if you decide to open yourself and grow, right? I'm at a point that I can instantly feel when I made a wrong choice, and I go back and I retract it. If I have to apologize, I'll do it, because we're not perfect, we're human, okay? But you have to be open to change. So I'm sorry to get off the topic of real estate, but believe it or not, it's part of it, okay? You have to be transparent and honest with your clients, and people will respect you for this, and people will trust you for this. And not only that, they will refer you, which is the most important part, okay? If you're in real estate and you're prospecting and you're 10, 12 years in and you still have to prospect, okay, you have to reevaluate, okay, your services and how you're doing things. So anyhow, again, my name is Jose Huarbe from Kap Rate Group Commercial, the first commercial brokerage offering 100% to commercial agents for $1,000 a month. Thank you.